Hello everybody, how are you? I am fine. It's hot in here again. I still haven't got a fan. But I think I may have successfully made a hollow cab. Can you see these little, I have beads in this one. And they move, and they shake around, and it's kind of cool. And I'm going to show you how I made this. I was at the drugstore. I think it was the drugstore. It may have been the discount store. You see these things everywhere. These little high bounce balls in the toy department. These are the small ones. You can get big ones. These are the little tiny ones, and they're supposed to bounce really high. They're a solid silicone rubber. And you want to look for the shiny surface. You want to make sure they don't have any patterns or anything on them. They do have one seam going around the middle, and that is fine. No problem with that. And the first one I tried, I poured some resin, and I got hard-boiled egg shapes because the ball just drifted to the side of the mold. And that is not what I wanted. Not at all. So I figured I need a way to stabilize these while they're sitting in the resin. How can I do that? Well, this is gonna seem strange, but it worked. Here's my paint palette that I use for my mold. And I kind of set the ball down in there and figured, here's a seam on the side. Kind of figured, how far down do I want this to go? So, right about here. And I took some pins, just regular straight pins, with the ball at the end. And I took one, and I used that seam as a guide, and pushed it a little ways below that seam on either side. I got one there. Turn it around. Put one down. Kind of gauge, look at it from the side. That looks about right. Stick it down there. So you got a funky looking thing like that. Then I needed a release because one of them stuck really badly. So I just used some petroleum jelly, which is on my brush too. And make sure you use a clean blob. And somebody told me to stick it in the microwave. Worked perfectly. Thank you so much. That was perfect. If it's warm, it just slides better. And you want to smear it all over the bottom of the ball. You can smear it all over the ball if you want to. Smear, smear, smear. You don't need a lot. Whoops, don't fall, don't drop on me. Just like that. And then I needed a way to keep it from rolling in the pan. So I used a little bit of poster tack. You could probably use clay or anything sticky. A little bit. And stick it on the end of the pen, like this. Another piece. You just want to keep it in one place. You don't want it rolling around. And once that's done, let me find a good cup. I've got a little bit of resin settling here. Blow out it one more time. Still got a few little bubbles in there. Oh well. So I poured it a little bit, about halfway. You don't want to pour it to the top. See how that goes? Try right there. Look for your side. I'm going to spill something. And stick it down in there. Get it centered in the pan and press down. And you can move it a little bit to get it where you want. If there's not enough resin in there, you can pour a little bit more on the side. And when it cures, you get this. So, let's see if I can get these out of here. This has been sitting a few days, waiting for me to make this video. There's one. And look, it cured up into my, you can cut that off. Just cut it off. And it worked. So let me see if my scissors. Yep. Cut, cut, cut. Cut that edge off. Because you're going to be covering it with beads anyway, at least I am. Boop. And you can sand it down. Another thing I noticed when I took it out is that the resin liked to creep up the ball and left a little lip right there. You can sand that down or cut it down. If I have to get some real release here. Let's see how this one did. This one crept up on both sides. It doesn't want to come out. I use too much resin. Don't do that. Don't use too much. Ew. And then it'll work. So, this release, when you use petroleum jelly, it works great, but sometimes it leaves a little bit of cloudy. So I didn't like that, so I used window cleaner, and that didn't make it shiny. So then I had some clear nail polish, and it actually worked really well. So I painted the inside to get it all nice and clear again. I was real happy with this. There you go. Wait for it to dry. Pretty cool. This one, there's a little tiny impression. One of these balls has a number stamped on it, probably, I don't know, a mold number or something. Stamped into it, and you can see it in there. I don't like that. So I won't be using that one. And to stick it, this is just some Peltex. You can color your Peltex, you can cover it with fabric or whatever. And I just put some glue dots along the edge, like 3. Filled my little cup. Just filled it with whatever I wanted. Stick it down in there, just like that, and the stuff you put in there stays, and you can continue beading. So, mission accomplished. I'm so happy that this worked. And yeah, worked out really, really cute. I like it. I'm very happy with this. This is exactly what I wanted to do. The effect I wanted. Exactly like this. So after a year of thinking and experimenting and failing, I think I finally got it. Okay? What was I going to tell you? I don't know. I can't think of anything. This is a nice short video. Won't take long. I use 2-part epoxy resin, and it's very safe. What else?
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions, let me know. I got to make a few more cabs here for a project I have in mind. It was actually inspired by my friend Joe.
Because Joe has, like, great taste.
And he appreciates beautiful things. And
I'm going to try that. I think I can do that. I'm going to try it. So that's it.
Stay happy, stay inspired.
And have a great week. I'll see you next week. I'm going to be on vacation, taking a vacation in a couple of weeks, and I cannot wait. I really can't. That's it. Bye for now.